Kleber to inbound. Kleber looking in for Irving. Irving for the win! Oh my! A southpaw finish from Kyrie Irving! Just absurd!
2 seconds left. The Cavs are out of timeouts. They have to go 94 feet. Strus from midcourt. Oh! Do you believe this?
James to Russell. His three is good! And the Lakers lead by 6.
Looney to Curry. Curry to 3. Beverly the foul. Hits the 3.
As the amazing 2023-2024 regular season of NBA is coming to an end, and we're right there looking into the upcoming playoffs, I wanted to get out my predictions for major awards of the regular season. It has been a hard year to choose from, when the skill level in the game is extremely competitive, and with the new rules being applied like 65-game rule and players getting injured left and right and missing games, there are some really hard picks to choose from. With all that in mind, let's get into it.
Tie game! 105 all! This
By the Boston Celtics. They got very stagnant. Able to defend it.
Boston will use a timeout. They control the job.
Let's start it off with the Easy Coach of the Year award and a win in my opinion for Oklahoma City coach Mark Daigneault, while Chris Finch of the Timberwolves will most likely be the runner-up. OKC has been leading the tough Western Conference for most of the year and at the time of writing a tremendous 45-19 win-loss record. Although they might lose the lead by the end of it, they have been the most consistent team this season, thanks in major part to their coach. So it should be an easy win for Mark for the Coach of the Year this season.
Tie it, and Chet Holmgren with the 3 at the buzzer ties it at 117.
That is beyond doubt at this point. And there's that red light going off. We're going.
And there wasn't anything doing for Josh Giddey other than...
Now guarded by Edwards. Look at this. This is what I like about him. Edwards moving his feet. George can't get by. Forces a turnover. Edwards drives and lays it in. That's 5.5. Anthony Edwards, a star defensively.
Most Improved Player award is given to a player who has improved immensely in a matter of a year. Winner receives the George Mikan Trophy for his impressive improvement throughout the season. This year's main frontrunners are Scottie Barnes, who was having an amazing year with Raptors before getting injured, Derek White of Celtics, Tyrese Maxey of the Sixers, and Jonathan Kuminga, who has taken a big step with the Warriors, who are having a roller coaster of a season, mainly because of Draymond.
And then look at Klay Thompson and McDaniels. What is going on with that? Wow.
Few moments later.
And the Warriors go up by 2. Now Bane and Draymond Green getting involved. People are being knocked down. The officials trying to separate it.
2 hours later.
And we'll see if there's anything unnecessary added to it. Oh, man.
Well, that's going to be a flagrant.
Yep.
Other impressive players that should be taken into the consideration are Alfred Sengun of the Rockets, who is going to be a problem with his skill set, and Tyrese Halliburton, who led the Indiana Pacers in the in-season tournament to the finals and is overall having a really great season. But my pick for the most improved player this season is Tyrese Maxey, who is having a great season even after losing his MVP teammate Joel Embiid. He's currently averaging 26 points, 3.7 rebounds and 6 assists per game. That is increase in all 3 categories from the past year. So Tyrese Maxey should be the favorite to win Most Improved Player of the Year.
Here tonight. Okay, let's take another look at this.
Watch this.
Ridiculous play from Tyrese.
Yeah, there's not much you can do about that. You send help. That's the only thing you can do. The step back creates separation.
It was a rare open 3 by Joseph, not able to knock it down as Holmgren goes to work in the post. Turnaround shot, Chet Holmgren got it right over Moody. Sweet stroke.
As you see that nice little move. This is what I was talking about, folks. That looks so.
We had some great new talent in the rookie class this year. Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama, Brendan Miller, Scoot Henderson and Jaime Ake Jr. to name a few. But it should be an easy win for Wembanyama, who is currently leading the league in blocks per game. Yeah, you heard it right. He's leading the whole league in blocks with 3.4 blocks per game. And he's also scoring pretty well with 20 points and 10 rebounds per game. Although Chet gave him the competition in the start, the later part of the season Victor has been immensely consistent, and if you're looking at each of their teams, one filled with great talent and probably the MVP of the season, and the other one needing a lot of help. So yeah, Victor Wembanyama is a clear cut for the Rookie of the Year.
Back to Victor.
This is exactly what you want to do in the open court. Give it up, run to the rim, and look how high Victor is, well above the square.
second chance opportunity. Malik pulls it, got it! Money Malik Monk, staying on one, standing on business.
In terms of getting his own buckets, nice job by
This one is another tough one to pick from. This year a lot of players have embraced the role of sixth man in their respective teams. The players who are in contention for the sixth man of the year are Norman Powell of the LA Clippers, Malik Monk of Sacramento Kings, Tim Hardaway of Dallas Mavericks, and Austin Reeves of LA Lakers. There are other players who also did a lot as sixth man on their respective teams like Bogdan Bogdanovic and recently Klay Thompson, who really showed out in that position, but my pick for the sixth man is Norman Powell. Dude is balling out and having a consistent season. With a lot of all-stars in his team, he has understood the role of sixth man perfectly and have excelled in that position. So my pick for the sixth man of the year is Norman Powell.
There by Coffey, interception by Powell. Clippers run the power play. Powell calls his own number to the rim and in. Strong finish by Powell, cuts the lead down to 1.
And now Joe able to force the turnover. Wembanyama's down. Williams lays it in. Night for Wembanyama. Joe with the...
Now we're getting into the toughest of categories this year. There are some big names who are all pretty deserving of the honor to win the Defensive Player of the Year award. There is Victor Wembanyama, who is leading the league in blocks, but his team is horrendous. Anthony Davis, a defensive force of the Lakers, but they have been struggling a lot this season. Rudy Gobert, who is the most likely to win the award because of his contribution in the success of Minnesota Timberwolves, maintaining their spot in the top 5 in the tough Western Conference all year long. And Chet Holmgren, another rookie who has been defensively amazing for the OKC. Other notable mentions are Derek White, Domantas Sabonis, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and also Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who has been leading the league in steals, which is impressive as fuck. But personally, I want Wembanyama to win, and I know he's probably not gonna win because of how bad his team is. But if we're being honest, he's the Defensive Player of the Year. So here's my pick for the Defensive Player of the Year award.
Bitch, maybe they were taunting him as he goes into that shot. 28 for Victor Wembanyama. Holmgren trying to answer. He is stuffed and taken away.
Jokic draws the double around the horn. Reggie Jackson for 3. Nuggets can't buy one here. Jokic flips it in. Finally. Now Jokic with it again. Inside, surrounded. Jokic to Gordon, who lays it in.
Now for the last one and the most divisive award of this season. From the start of the season, it was Joel Embiid's award to lose before he got hurt and injured. He was having a clear-cut MVP season this year, but now he has exceeded the 65 games rule limit and is not eligible for the award. Now with him gone from the race, it can be given to a number of people. There is SGA, who is having an amazing season with averaging about 31 points per game, 5 rebounds, almost 7 assists per game. And like I said before, he's also leading the league in steals with 2.1 steals per game. Other contenders are Jokic with 26 points, 12 rebounds and 9 assists per game. Giannis with 30 points per game, 11 rebounds and 6 assists, and Luka Doncic, who is leading the league in points with huge 34 points per game, which is also with 9 rebounds and 9.8 assists, almost averaging a triple-double. And we have seen in the past with Westbrook winning the MVP doing the exact same thing. But in my opinion, it's going to come down to the last few games of the season and who's leading the Western Conference, and most importantly, how the basketball media uses the narrative. Right now it's easy to give Jokic the MVP, but my pick is SGA because he's been the most consistent throughout the season. And I know he talks in Instagram captions every post-game interview.
My whole life is consistent.
But he backs up his talk with an amazing performance each and every game. So as for the regular season, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is my pick for the most valuable player of the 2023-2024 NBA season.
Gets it, spins away, baseline shot. Shai puts it in and walks it off in OKC to cap off an incredible game on an incredible night. Shai so comfortable, so smooth.
This is going to be an amazing playoff this year. Tell me which of the teams you're supporting in the comments below. That's the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and comment for future content.
Chamberlain with 100. Kobe 81. Wilt Chamberlain 78. And then Wilt Chamberlain twice scored 70.